previously during the investigation.
So, you want to find out everything there is to know about Diane?
Agent York, Nick is leaving the bar.
Wait! She's still alive.
Stop right there, Nick. You're under arrest for the attempted murder of Diane Ames. Emily, hurry!
You saved my life.
No need to thank me for that. I'm pretty useless. I couldn't save Becky. I couldn't save Diane.
Zach, do you think they heard what I said?
We don't have to make a fuss. Thomas isn't going to leave town. That gives us plenty of time to find a way to view the bonus footage.
Hello, and welcome to my episode 30 of my playthrough of Deadly Premonition. This is episode 30, and this is Conservative Cat. Last time we left off, we had started looking in Thomas's apartment because he had been sighted here, but he turned out not to be here. This is a unique shooting sequence because, Dark World sequence, because instead of a dark and spooky dungeon or something, or some other sort of domicile, or just like a square lawn area, we have pretty much all of Greenvale aside from the places that are blocked off, and we do get to use a car for most of this. A good deal of it. And since we have a car, let me show you something that's pretty neat. That's right. You can squash those guys, and it instant kills them. You get money for it. It's all good. The only sad thing...
We can take a rest if you're tired.
Yeah, the only sad thing is there's not a unique chat for this one. Nor can you use York's car for this. You have to use the sheriff's vehicle. That's awesome.
Is that Anna?
From this point, you go on foot, chasing Anna's ghost through the streets of Greenvale. The shadows will continue to spawn, but it's not really worth standing and fighting them, because they won't. If you keep running, they'll despawn after a while. You have to follow her, but if you do miss out on what's going on, if you do miss out which direction she went, if you head the wrong direction, she'll reset at the most recent intersection, and York will stop you and return you back to that intersection. So you'll never be lost. Every once in a while you'll have to stop to regain your breath, but that's nothing. There's also, yeah, you see those? They're like bat things flying around as well. I don't get hit by them, but I don't know. I've never seen them before. Well, they're birds, it looks like. I almost hesitate to talk.
Not this way, Zach. We need to keep her in sight.
I almost hesitate to talk during this scene because it is very beautiful. One of my favorite tracks from the game. and it's Anna's ghost basically helping you. Hey, I finally found a use for the stabilizer. Which does help a little bit, but not too much, honestly. It goes up a bit slower, but... this scene, despite all the shadows, does have its beauty. Running sequence, and as how beautiful I love the song that's playing here. I think it could have been shortened. Anyways, she leads us to the Galaxy of Terror. Yep, it's another raincoat killer sequence. We haven't had one of those in a while.
I almost became a goddess of the forest myself. Although I think the look might suit me. What do you think, Zack?
No, York, I do not think a red dress would suit you very well. Maybe it's those big broad shoulders or that muscular build that you've got. Yeah, the Galaxy of Terror turns out to be extremely huge. But it's also very linear. Well, sort of linear. There is a lot of backtracking. And there are a lot of special sequences that make the relatively small club get a lot of gameplay out of. Do you hear that music? If I remember correctly, that is the music from the, oh gosh, that is the music from the profiling sequence, the last profiling sequence we saw. There are shadows behind these flames, but they'll die before they reach you. I think they were meant to rush at you like flaming zombies, immolation zombies do sometimes. But they don't here, for some reason. Instead they just die.
much noise. We're still missing a vital piece of the puzzle.
Only 2 clues here this time. But first, let's see what this place has to offer. Country ham. Guess I'll just send it off to the toolbox to never be eaten. Now, this we can take, because I know it stacks, and I don't have a full stack of root beer. We'll just get that out of our inventory. We don't need it, really. And it didn't even help us that much. What the heck? Now, I have to confess, I've never been to the Galaxy of Terror during the day before. I mean, during the regular sequences. I've only been here this time and the time you're forced to after, the time you're forced to, well, given the option to, after the murder of Diane. That music will follow you throughout the entire thing, and it does get kind of unnerving. You hear that too, don't you? Yep, the breathing of the raincoat killer. Yep, one of these sequences. There's actually quite a few of them in this dungeon area. And some of them are harder than others. This one is the easiest. Well, almost the easiest. You do have these pushing sequences. But for some reason, the raincoat killer just kind of stands there after he knocks a obstacle off his way, so there's not really any loss. One annoying thing about these sequences is it does show the limits of them, because York is always on a predefined path, same as the raincoat killer. While they can react to what's directly in front of them, they can't go around obstacles, and obstacles have to be exactly in the right place. He got pretty close there, didn't he? I'm not sure where he is in relation to us, right? Oh, it's right behind us.
Where are you hiding?
We haven't had one of these in a while either. Okay, we are hiding again from the raincoat killer as he stalks around for us. You remember these sequences, we haven't had one like it in quite some time. seems like the stabilizer is still working because our heart rate is not going up very fast at all. Fortunately, the raincoat killer never seems to check the closet. But he does look under stuff. And if you're hiding under something, rather than hiding in a closet or something, I'm not sure how he'll react. Even though there is a hiding spot there, and even though he does check it last, he does eventually just peek under there. So, I mean, hiding there, you're just kind of screwed. I wonder how he does react. He probably just drags you out and axes you, like he does if you fail to, he probably just axes you like he does if you fail to do a breathing exercise. Anyways,
Zach, this is a waste of time. Let's go.
unflappable as ever. Anyways, he left that nice little... He kicked open where we need to go. And if you go in here, you can head in here. And there's a lot of money, but it's blocked off. All red vines. All the way around. It's quite a lot of money, too. 5 times 30. As far as shadows go, this place is pretty light at first. We'll eventually have a gauntlet of shadows. But for the most part, it is the raincoat killer's dungeon more than anyone else's. Spoke too soon. There are some shadows. Well, there are shadows, but they're very light. They're not. There's not like a small army of them. Also, the shadows here seem to take 3 shots for the most part, rather than just 2. Long hallway. Surprisingly, no crawling shadows here. Instead, well, you'll see. I just barely made that QTE. Okay, we have our first clue here. As well as that door. So it's just kind of screwing around. Now most of these doors are blocked off with red vines. That door isn't, but we can't get through anyways. Then there's this stall, which is already open. And has no red vines. Okay, nothing we can do here. And this door, for some reason, is also locked. We can't proceed until we actually get the whatever was behind that white door. Fortunately, the stalls are all broken up, and there's a peephole right there, so we can see into the stall adjacent.
Huh?
Yeah, this one shadow's a big deal. Scary, scary, huh? I'll take care of this. Yeah, no problem. Oh, you want some too, huh? Think you're so bad? Aw, shh. I guess that serves me right. Gosh, he took off nearly half my health. Third of my health, sorry. Guess they don't be too cocky. This was fortunate. I'm full up. May as well patch up, grab that other one. Before I grab the clue, I'll just go ahead and grab the medical kit. First aid kit. Our first clue. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.